Anyways, this graphic, it looks like gibberish. This graphic is the starting lineup of every Sweet 16 team that is currently still in the tournament.
Yeah.
And
I'll
it's
tell you
the
one thing. This Purdue team is
starters and
balled
where
in.
they first started. They
They love
but
their school. They love
shout
their
out to
unit.
Purdue, man.
That's so
I'm
crazy.
glad y'all
Jesus
stuck around, man.
Christ.
Y'all done made it. But yeah, I think it's something to talk about, man. I saw a clip from Jay Williams that was basically talking about how NIL and transfer portal has basically destroyed Cinderella teams, and stuff like that. And now you look at, that's the starting lineup of every team. Like I think there's only like three teams that have or five teams that have like more than three guys that in the starting lineup that has been there from the
Mhm.
jump. And it's just where the NCAA is, man. But thoughts? What are y'all's thoughts on all of that? Transfer portal opening in the NCAA tournament, the way the tournament looks now. What y'all's thoughts?
Timing of it is just
It's awful.
atrocious, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's just so bad. I'm like,
It's a
you're trying to
distraction.
give everything you can to the team that you have right now, and then when you got guys on your team putting themselves in the portal, which they have to. Like if they want to go, they have to when it opens because they want an opportunity just like everybody else. But then it just creates such a distraction, and you looking at the coach like, "What up? You gonna play me tomorrow?" No, motherfucker. Like,
Knowing that I'm gonna be out of
yeah,
here.
yeah, no, I'm gonna be out of it. And it's a tough situation, really. And it does. This must be. This is just the landscape.
It's messy.
This is just the landscape because you can see both sides of it. The Cinderella teams are cooked, right? Because all these guys are going to leave. But you also are giving these guys that are on these mid-major teams and smaller teams the opportunity to play at a higher level to give them a chance to go to the NBA and further. So you can see both sides of it, but my biggest issue is having the transfer portal open during the NCAA
That's
tournament.
wild. During the season, period.
Yeah.
Just
And
wait
I
till
would
the season's
just
over.
wait till the season's over. And
Do it like
I
free
would
agency.
say this: you got one chance to transfer.
Yeah. You got one mulligan.
You got one mulligan.
Yeah.
When you start going to the third, fourth school, fifth school, that's where I'm like, all right, bruh. Like, it's getting out of hand. Bro, there was a quarterback from Auburn.
Oh yeah.
He went to Auburn, North Texas, Moorhead,
And like West
Now go-
Kentucky.
Western Kentucky, and now he going to Tulane.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, he went to a different school every year.
I mean, but that's where the sport has gone. That's where the game
It
is.
has to.
It's a
I
per
feel
year
like
thing.
it needs to be one mulligan.
Who giving me the most money?
You got one mulligan.
I can't knock it though, low key. I can't.
No, for sure. I hear you, but it's just like,
I mean, I think it's for guys who feel like they're probably not going to play once they're done with college. So they try to maximize
The money.
The
They got,
money.
yeah, they got to. Because at the end of the day, college, you got 4 or 5 years. That's it. That window is ending at 4 or 5 years.
Well, some of them
so-
6,
Some of them 6,
some of them
right?
7.
This the last year that you can do 6.
No, I know. I'm just saying. Some
So
of
you
them
got to
do 6.
maximize the opportunities that you get. So I get it. I respect it. I wish NIL and all that stuff was around when I was around.
ooh,
You know how
woo.
Y'all
I've been a
niggas
millionaire
rich.
before I left
You know what I
college.
mean?
J Jax, you would have came back your senior year.
I might have came back. I might have came back my senior year.
Yeah, hey, listen, we would have ran it back.
I'm out of,
3-peat.
2-time.
I
Little
was fifth
two-time?
overall, but hey, sure.
I don't know. Lottery ass kind of.
I mean,
I mean,
you might have gotten the
Charlie, you
bag.
would have went back.
To UConn?
But think about this though.
I would've went
But Think
elsewhere
about
and
this.
probably got
Think
the
about
bag.
this. Think about this though, huh?
what I got in
If,
the lottery,
if Ray's a lottery,
I would have got
exactly.
in
If
college.
Ray's a lottery and he know he can be lottery, he can go back and be like, hey, listen, I can come back.
Leverage.
Oh,
I'm a lottery pick.
You don't want to
For
get.
sure, you still
hurt
get that
out
bag.
there.
You still gonna get the opportunity
true.
though. You gonna get that opportunity.
Yeah.
the dream is
I
always
think-
gonna be. I mean, I'm just talking.
Yeah, we just talking.
I would have went.
Yeah, I would have
I
went.
Just you would have left your junior year.
Yeah, I
With
mean the
NIL?
money's still in the NBA, bro. Like people, if you have a chance to go to the NBA, just kind of what y'all were talking about, the connections and brands and all that kind of stuff that you have access to at that level compared to college, yeah, you can throw 6 at the number one, player in the country. But you look at that contract and 2 years guaranteed, you make it to that 4th year, you're already
Double
in a
that.
good place.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I love, look, my thing, I'm kind of in the middle of Theo and what Charlie's saying. Like, I just hate how the transfer portal has basically diminished such a big decision that you have to make in your life, right? Like when we were deciding where to go to school at, it was a huge decision, right? And I think me personally, looking at the bigger picture, it transfers to life, right? If you go to 4 or 5 different schools just trying to, chase the extra bag or just trying to chase the extra minutes as opposed to just working and trying to make it from that standpoint, then once those 4 or 5 years, yeah, you've got a little extra money in your pocket, but once those end, you can't just do that in real life. You see what I'm saying? Like I think that's where my biggest issue is like you're teaching these kids basically, hey, look, you can just go if it gets hard, right? Like, or hey, go get an extra dollar over here. It doesn't matter what the fit looks like, doesn't matter how Um, so I think it's just a complicated thing, man. I think just releasing it with no rules or any kind of parameters. I think that's where you run into issues. But I mean, you could talk about it till your face turns blue, and you never gonna come to a agreement with
It's
I had
Wild
did
West
people.
right
So
I did a game last week with SMU in Northern Iowa, and I was talking to the Northern Iowa coach, and I was like, "This time has to be the hardest for coaches like you because you're a mid-major. How do you approach this?" And he was like, "You really just can't worry about it anymore. You got to just coach with what you got and just hope they understand what they have here." You know what I'm saying? And he said he got 11 guys coming back. And I give kudos to those guys because they understand it's about what you do on the court. The NBA gonna find you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would rather cook where you at and then you play the couple of top-notch teams and you cook them too, you good. You gonna go to the league. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think that's what the narrative is. And when you start chasing that dollars and you see a lot of guys go to these schools that ain't ready for them schools, you're not ready for that funk. You're not ready for the expectation that comes with it. And then, they're like, damn, I should have stayed where I was at. That's why you got recruited there to start with. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's a reason you're there, my boy. But there is an anomaly, like like Chaz at Tennessee. He proved himself. He wasn't where he was. He was at another level. And that's where it's still a happy medium. Like, guys deserve those opportunities, but some people got to be honest with themselves and know, I might just be good where I'm at.